half over. Does it, Mr.
Sorry,
Chairman,
if we may, that one
on and on and on as long as
the quicker I can go.
But point of order.
I would take your one big word of impeachment and add 4 big words of no big there. And the reality is, you know full well I said both, and you know why I said both. Why I did that, and what I'm telling you under oath, is that I did not know what existed. I had prejudged nothing. That was all to be determined. And that is a logical way for investigators, attorneys, and everybody else to approach an investigation.
Starting with the political death penalty and impeachment is not the logical way a neutral, dispassionate...
point of
Mr.
order.
Chairman, we're demanding equal
You're
time
not
for every member of this committee.
Jersey is recognized.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
And if you can't control yourself,
Chairman.
how do you expect this committee to control itself? You've been out of control since you've been on this committee. Why don't you leave it alone? This is not Benghazi.
The gentlelady from New Jersey is recognized.
You're recognized, Congresswoman. You're recognized.
When she finishes.
Well, hallelujah. First of all, Mr. Strozak, I want to thank you for your service. Secondly, Mr. Strozak, I think you made a big mistake by putting those text messages on your business phone, because then you opened up your personal phone, and here we are talking about this mess when it really isn't important. Because the other thing that I know, Mr. Strozak, is that even if you do have biases, you did not influence the outcome of this investigation. The IG found that the outcome of this investigation was predicated upon evidence and information. The other thing I know is that no matter how much you disliked Hillary and or Donald Trump, you didn't have anything to do with either one of them getting elected. You have nothing to do with the President of the United States disgracing this country every single solitary day when he embraces our enemies and sucks up, embraces our enemies and is disrespectful to our allies. You have nothing to do with the fact that the President of the United States has declared higher tariffs in the name of security to this nation against our closest friend and neighbor, Canada, but no one on this side of the aisle has opened their mouth. You have had nothing to do with the president enriching himself with his emoluments and carving out opportunities for his daughter so that she's not negatively impacted with her brands in China, while this side of the aisle says nothing. You've had nothing to do with the fact that Puerto Rico is still underwater and without any kind of electricity in so many places, while this side of the aisle, that's a part of the Oversight Committee, has forgotten what its mission is. But nonetheless, you have been here, and you have tried to answer their questions, and I have never seen my colleagues so out of control, so angry, and so desperate to protect a president that we all know is not fit to be president. So I want to leave you this opportunity. Is there any question on the table, Mr. Strozak, that you've been asked that you'd like to clarify? Because I can give you 2 minutes and 25 seconds to have your say uninterrupted.
Congresswoman, I deeply appreciate that time. I do want, everybody's watching this and making up their own mind. And what I would tell you is, one, I'm sitting here telling you the truth. And two, independent of me, I cannot express to you my love of the FBI enough. The men and women who make up that workforce, their ethics, their integrity are unmatched anywhere in the world. And I think that's important, one, because it is who we are. Two, that none of them would accept any of the behaviors that are being alleged any more than I would accept it in him. And three, this entire exercise comes at a cost. We are doing things that are going to, in the future, tear down the underpinnings of what represent law and order in this country. And there is not a robust, thick wall there. I think people don't appreciate how tenuous the balance of the rule of law versus chaos is. And when we, as a people, engage in activity where we take institutions wholesale, whether it's the FBI or the U.S. intelligence community, and compare them to Nazis, we destroy things that, one, we may not see for years and years and years, and once we break those down, the amount of time it takes to fix is going to be tenfold. And I cannot stress enough that I ask all of you to take deeply your responsibility to maintain our system of
Thank you,
government.
Mr. Strozak. I just need to say in closing, if anybody should be pissed at the FBI because you all helped this unfit man become president of the United States by not revealing to the people that he was under investigation in his campaign, it should be me. They should be applauding you, kissing you, and giving you all awards, because but for you, we would have had a legitimate president elected. I yield back my time.
Gentleman from New York is recognized.